Well, I think the one thing you hate to have to say, but it starts all over. You don't get to start where you finished. You have to start at the bottom and work your way up. And hopefully we can miss a couple of those weeks where we're 5 weeks without a win. So, but I think the bottom line is I think our players. One thing I've thought was very interesting is when we were in that losing streak, the attitude of our players was to me really, really something special, and I think that's what allowed us to come out of that. There was no doubting this or frowning about that. I mean, they just stayed at work, and I think when you do that, good things happen. So to us, I mean, learn what it took to win. Don't forget about those other things, the steps we had to go through to get to that position. And I think we have a really good group in the locker room, and that's huge. I don't know if you can really even put a total value on that, but it's what allows you to be successful in the end. I think our culture is good. Doug did a great job during that stretch of keeping the team focused on just today, just do today, and if you do it and focus on that, I think, like anything, you have a much better chance of succeeding and gradually moving forward. They're not these big quantum leaps, they're these little marginal ones, but if you add all of them up, you get 2% better and I get 2% better and he gets 2% better, then, we're starting to move in the right direction. And that's manageable. That's something that you can do.
When you hear, everyone's talking about the offense all the time, all these talents that Trevor has around him, does that put the pressure on you guys, or you feel like it's...
I love it.
Yeah, you like it?
No, that means we got a good team. We got a really good quarterback, and certainly Trevor proved that last year. And his movement forward turned. We went with him too. I think we played really good team football, complementary football. But anytime you have a quarterback like that, there's a feeling like, okay, just get him the ball one more time. Just get him the ball one more time. Get another takeaway, and I think that's another thing that's really important if you want to be successful, because you never really get totally down. You just say, hey, we got to go to work. We got to make these stops, and this guy's got a chance, and like you say, he's got some really good people around him as well.
When you look at some of the rookies from last year, Devin and Trayvon, what do you expect out of them in their second year jump?
Well, I think usually that second year is a pretty good jump for everybody. You're in, the system, and for those guys, it was even tougher because they didn't have any veterans that knew the system. So they were learning at the same speed the veterans were really learning the system. So it's not, you can't latch on. Now you can, like any rookie, I think one of the most important things is you have to find somebody that you can relate to and identify with that helps you know how to do this job. I'm not really talking football, but I'm talking about the studying, how I take care of my body, all those things. And each guy's got to kind of find that. And when he does, then he can kind of get on his way, because there's so much more to pro football than the couple hours you're out in the field practicing or the games. It's a lot. You can walk out of here at 4 or whatever in the afternoon and be done. But my experience says that doesn't happen to the really good players or the really good teams. They're just starting. They're doing their own things after the meetings are done and that. So I think those guys will make a thing. They both have had really good springs out here, and I think there's really no limit to where those two guys can go.